Yo, what's up everybody? So I'm here with this, just doing an update. So you can see this is basically the guts. We're getting down to nitty gritty. We still have the shell, and then I had to remove the motherboard, the fan, and the heat sink, as well as the, I think it's called the X clamp, which is behind here or something. And yeah, so we're getting close to the goal, which is replacing the thermal paste on this. You can see there's some weird kind of stuff on here. It looks almost like a rust. I don't know. I don't see any rust on the board, which is good. So just gonna keep working on it, and then do an update again. Be back. Alright guys, so we're back. As you can see, the heat sink is now off, now exposing the actual chip. However, it seems that even Microsoft uses an internal heat spreader, which goes over the actual chip itself, similar to what PlayStation or excuse me, Sony would do. So I'm not a big fan of that. It's similar to how the Wii U one looks, how closely sandwiched it is to the board. So I have no idea, but here's some jiggling. Not sure what that's from. The only thing I'm really kind of concerned is I might have just sadly killed the board. I'm not 100% sure. You can see how I scraped it pretty good. I was trying to use a flathead to, you know, get some leverage on the X clamps, because if you guys ever seen those X clamps, it's kind of weird. So I've never seen it before, but it's instead of using screws, I use these clamps, and it holds down the heat sink over that chip. So this one was okay. This one, it wasn't too good. This one was okay, but this one looks pretty bad. I'm hoping it doesn't affect anything. You can see how close it's getting to the actual part of the board. So I don't know. We're gonna find out. I most likely killed this Xbox, but crossing my fingers, and I'll be back after doing the full clean and repaste. Alright guys, so update. I just finished putting everything back together on the 360 Slim, and great news, we have a, looks like a so far operational Slim still making noise, and hopefully it should run a lot better. I replaced the thermal paste. It had originally the thermal paste on it looked like it had already been replaced at one point in time, and in a little bit I'm gonna let my phone charge, and we're gonna connect it to a monitor and see how it runs. Alright guys. Yo, what's going on everybody? This is the Random Name 951. I'm here to bring you, oh, this is just another continuation to this video. So it's now in the AM, or technically PM. I was working on this thing till about 2 or 3 AM in the morning, and I knocked out like about 4. And I woke up around 9:30 today. Right now today is Friday. Yesterday was Thursday. I was working on it. So overall, it's everything's working good. I was really scared that I might have messed up the motherboard really bad and just caused it to fail. But as you can see right now, I downloaded Dark Souls 3 digitally, so I'm playing it through the hard drive, and everything's running flawless. I had it going for about 4 hours trying to download the game, because I'm using my Wi-Fi, and I think it's a combination of both my Wi-Fi and maybe just the Xbox 360 servers are really not good at downloading content anymore. As you can see, here's the Xbox, and then that's the router box right there behind the TV. Yeah. And remember, I did have my original Slim connected via Ethernet, so that might be also why it's taking longer than usual. Everything's working. The only thing is I am most likely going to open it back up, because I need to get it seated correctly where these USB ports line up how they're supposed to. You can see the USB port's not centered. It's more to the, on the camera it's more to the right, but if you lay it down flat, the 360, it's just way too up, and then this one just way off. And then I'm really I don't like that. So Later on, probably today, I'm going to reopen it up. It's a lot easier to open up, and I found out it was never open because there's tabs that are like sealed that you have to actually break the tabs to get into the system itself. So that is interesting to know. Yeah, as you can see, it looks really good. Everything seems to be running real good. And again, this thing was on for over 4 hours. It is blowing out hot air, so meaning that the cooling system is working. That the heat transfer with the Arctic MX4 is working pretty well, I would think. And then the only thing I really need to do is open up this as well and clean out any air that might, or clean out any dust that might be getting in the way of the little cooling fan for the brick itself, this the power unit, because on the 360s they're very smart. What Microsoft did was making the power supply on the outside versus the inside of the console, to, you know, prolong the lifespan of these, and also to prevent any overheating or having to do any crazy heat sink setup like the PlayStation 3 has. But nonetheless, you know, this is just as big as a PlayStation 3 as well, so it's like, what are they doing with all the space in there? And it's really just open, you know. With the PS3, everything is kind of compact and fits, and it's kind of really crazy how, you know, they fit all the stuff in the PS3 so compact, including, you know, the power supply. See here. If you guys never played Dark Souls, you probably heard about it. It's definitely not a it's a game that you have to really play to enjoy, and it's not something that at first glance you'll be like, oh man, this game's fun, because, you know, that's just a tutorial right there, you know, just learning how to swing, how to do the backstab, how I just messed up. You know, it just seems easy, you know, you're like, oh, this is a cakewalk, this ain't nothing, and then you start fighting the real enemies soon, and you're like, dang. But when I get home, I'm probably gonna I'm gonna have this in my room, set up on the desk, and I'll do some more testing just to see how it works. But I really need to get back open so I can seat the motherboard correctly onto the steel grates. I'm not sure what it's called exactly. I think it's like you guys saw in the video how the motherboard was seated on like this kind of shield, I guess, this metal shield to prevent, you know, the plastic on this side from melting and stuff. Yeah, so just want to do a little update and let you guys know that I didn't kill the 360, luckily, and it's working. So I was really worried that, you know, it was game over for me. So I was like, shit. But yeah, so until next time, guys, peace.